So Peter, here we are at the end of this project, the Peatland Action Project. You've managed to put in peat dams into about 500 odd peat dams last year. You've put more in this year under Peatland Action. And here we are at the plastic piling dams, which are a little bit different. The ditch is quite narrow further up, and it's probably about 50 centimetres by 50 centimetres, but a massive amount of water coming through here eroded this and just made the gully bigger and bigger, and we had a lot of exposed peat down there, didn't we?
Yep.
And so your peat dams just wouldn't cope with that. So this plastic piling should do the job.
We didn't have to go too big with the piling because we didn't have the depth of peat in the bottom. 2 bits of piling and you interlock it together, push it down, and then basically you just sit it in, and then we just pushed it down with the digger to the height. And if we can't get the height because of rock, gravel, whatever is in there, we trimmed it with a still saw and cut our notch in to let the water away with the still saw as well. Once we finished and trimmed it all up with the still saw, and it was fairly easy. It was good. It was quite good stuff to work with.
Right, so that makes it a much more stable bund because you've got the peat and you've got the plastic.
Yeah, it just gives it that bit of stability. It does its job, and this all fills up with peat again and it goes back into the bog.
So that the water can get away. So it's just to hold the water back and slow the flow basically,
just
isn't it?
Slow the flow. The water will always be here. Will always be running as a ditch. So you have to try and get it running where you want it to run.
Yeah, and eventually the sphagnum will build up behind and the peat will build up. It'll take many years, you know, because it's a big area of water and a big area that has to build up. Nature Stock came back out to check the Peatland Action and all the work we've done, and they asked you to do a little bit more because of the hagged and kind of element of this gully. What else did you do?
Well, they come out to sort of have a look at the dams and have a look at the whole project near completion of it, and the officer that came to do it decided they wanted it profiled because it was very deep hags.
The peat hag here, it's just basically an overhang and it's exposed peat, and that's what they asked you to reprofile.
Yeah.
So that there wasn't any, you know, that the peat isn't exposed anymore, it's all covered with vegetation.
It's just to try and stop it washing into the rivers, isn't it?
Yes.
Keep it where it's meant to be, on the bog.
Absolutely, that's where it's meant to be. Slow the flow and hold the water in the bog and keep it as wet as possible. So how easy was it you, as a farmer and a contractor, to be able to access the funding?
It's easier to use an intermediate service for the funding. They fill out the forms, contact Peatland Action for sustainability reports and peat depth surveys. There's quite a process to getting into the peatland regeneration. But once you're in the system, know the system, and you've good support from Forth River Trust as well that helped us along the way, it's easy enough. It's just a case of signing forms and contacting landowners to make sure that everybody's happy with the whole process. Yeah,
that's right, because we support quite a lot of people, and we work with Nature Scott, with yourselves as the tenants, with the landowners, and we support you with all the application forms, because that's quite a job in itself. Yeah. But obviously it's a great result at the end of the day, and we're also providing jobs in the rural economy for the contractor as well. You know, for you and Daniel as the contractors who did the job, so it's a win-win, and for the wildlife, of course. And we've already seen 3 black grouse today as we're coming across the bog.
Well, we've got a report going in for another bit of land as well. That's away out in the far end of the place. So that's on the upland side. It's away across the hill here.
Yeah,
way up the very top end of the farm.
Different from the bog here, because this is a kind of lowland bog, but that's a blanket bog in the hill. So, but we still have the same issue actually, and a much more extreme issue on the haggin that's coming down the hillside.
It's all eroded.
Hugely so. I mean, the erosion is above my head, and that's quite a tall. We've put in for the feasibility study, and we've put in for the peat depth survey. So hopefully we can manage to at least start restoring some of it.
I think 250 hectares they're talking about of peat hags that they're wanting to reprofile and bring back into the natural lie of the land.
So we've got a big job ahead of us, Peter.
That's a massive job.
Absolutely.
That's a big one.
That's our next task.
Watch the space.
Indeed.